And AJ Hawk, on Fridays, there's one thing that we have to do for society. And obviously, we'll utilize the other half of the hammer. Dahn.
Okay.
Cowboys Gumpy in this entire process. But it's time to make our picks against the entire slate. And this weekend, we have NFL happening at 9:30 a.m. We have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers in Dublin Town, Ireland. Vikings favored by 2.5. Obviously, the Steelers are beloved in that country. The ownership has actually been an ambassador there. The amount of Irish people in Pittsburgh is alarming. Are the Minnesota Vikings going to go in there with Carson Wentz at quarterback and steal the entire country from the Steel Times? Let's go to AP Tone. Tone, where do you fall on this particular game?
I actually feel good about this one because, the last time I felt really good was against the Seahawks, so we'll see how that goes. But I don't think Carson Wentz is good. So sue me there. I don't want to live in a world where Aaron Rodgers loses to Carson Wentz. I just in Ireland with
it's 11-11.
Yeah, well,
with hopefully the spirit of Mr. Rooney is there, and I hope it's a good day. I hope it's an easy day. There hasn't been a lot of easy days for Steelers fans, and I'm hoping this one is.
Okay, yeah, Minnesota Vikings, obviously the team to have an easy day against, of course. What is this, 5-6 years ago? Tom Pelissero tweeted, the Steelers added running back Jaylen Warren with a knee to the injury report. He's questionable for Sunday versus Minnesota. Johnny Smith and corner Joey Porter Jr. also questionable, but I did see Joey Porter Sr. over in Ireland. And I saw Kiesel over there. They're hanging out at Mahin's places, and it feels like the vibes in Ireland are electrifying. I will take the Minnesota Vikings minus 2.5 at 9:30 a.m. against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Dublin, Ireland. KOC came on, was awesome. I believe in Carson Wentz because I've seen it. I've seen it with these eyes. When he's playing good, he's unbelievable. If KOC can harness that bucking bull into making the right decisions on a regular basis, there's a chance that Carson Wentz sees this middle-of-career resurgence that we've been seeing amongst a lot of quarterbacks. AJ, do you see it the same way I'm seeing it?
Man, I thought we were going to see this one similar, but I don't think so. I'm taking the Steelers here plus 2.5 on the road. I feel Carson Wentz is going to play. He might be all right, but I think TJ. We know he's been rolling this last game. TJ's going to do it. I think this D line steps up for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and let's find a way to win, boys.
So only one of us will be perfect, I guess, this week.
I guess.
Damn it!
Unfortunately.
This is the first game. It's a 9:30 game, and we're already seeing things the opposite way.
I didn't want to do it.
I thought we all understood what was going on. KOC, Carson Wentz experience, we're doing it. Pittsburgh Steelers fans, not exactly thrilled with what the Pittsburgh Steelers have been. It's Ireland, a lot of hype, maybe some distraction. The Steelers are staying in a fucking castle. Okay, we all saw where they're staying. It's beautiful.
Steelers fans in the park, right? Than there is
I would
Vikings.
Well, that's the assumption, but I believe there is actually a Gaelic law going back to ancient Ireland that says if there is a red-haired quarterback and you don't root for him, you get your tongue cut out.
Oh.
Yep. If there is a leprechaun, no matter the size, playing quarterback for the team, you cheer for said team.
Yeah, it's a law.
We found that out when we went over there. Obviously, that got lost in all the drunk escapades. And shout out to Dublin, Ireland, showing up once again. We assume it's going to be electrifying. Let's go to the Saints and the Bills. Bills favored by 14.5 at home. That is a hilarious spread for Week 4. Tone, 14.5. Oh, is there history behind how big of a spread this is this early in the season?
It's the biggest one so far in this season. Obviously, we've had back-to-back weeks where we've had an 11.5 or a 12. This one was started at 16.5. You can actually get it 15.5 across the board now at a lot of places. It is a ginormous one, and you can see it right there. Largest underdogs they've been in an NFL game in 40 years. So it's pretty historic for the Saints, at least.
Give me the Buffalo Bills. AJ, who do you think?
Yeah, give me the Buffalo Bills. I have to. I love the Bills. I think they win by 21, I guess.
Me too. It's hard. This is one of those ones that Tone talks about and the Gamblers talk about. When we wake up the next day, we bet with the Bills, not with the Saints.
Like that, you're right.
That is exactly, Connor. Right? You're feeling the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Like I cannot, in good faith, as a human being, bet on the Saints in Buffalo. And the Bills don't have Ed Oliver in the middle still, and they still don't have Matt Milano. And if this was 29.5, I would still, as a human being, have to bet on Buffalo.
Yep.
Yeah, just because we got to wake up and look in the mirror, you know. And if the world was mirrorless, okay, I'd take the Saints this weekend. But since my house has a mirror, and I got to wake up the next morning and look at it, and there's a discussion that takes place. Holy shit, you look like you're 60 years old. Oh, good morning. Then you kind of do the entire thing, And then there's a why. Why?
It's Josh Allen.
Everything.
Bills. How do we pick against them? Yeah.
Exactly. That would be the first thought. Before I even brush my teeth, it would be what? Kelly Moe?
It's the best team versus the worst team. Like this spread cannot be big enough to pick the Saints. There's no number out there.
What's the percentage out there? I assume Bill's still heavy, even if it's 14.5. You said it was 16.5 and it's gone down to 14.5. Now it's at 15.5 across the board, Tom?
Correct. Yes. And the money is on 64% on the Bills.
Okay. All right, so we get it at minus 14.5, right? Because when we made this pick, we were looking at the graphic. AJ, you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Even though that's not what the line is and nobody else can get that, we'll take that for our little game here. Eagles, Buccaneers. Eagles down in Tampa Bay, favored by 3.5. Ty Schmidt, what are your thoughts on Coach Sirianni going down into Tampa Bay as 3.5-point favorites?
Well, I believe the Eagles have historically had a bit of a tough go down in Tampa. And I don't know, this Tampa team feels a little bit different. They just feel a little bit different for whatever reason. All these final drives, Baker's marching right down the field and scoring, and then on top of that, they've had that makeshift line. They're supposed to allegedly be getting Wirfs back this week, and Chris Godwin. We obviously know how good Ibuka's been. So I'm sure the Eagles will be ready to go, but this is kind of got game of the week written all over it.
Rick Stroud, obviously the Tampa Times, keeping us updated on what's going on down there, and we appreciate him doing that. I like the Buccaneers plus 3.5. Even if the Eagles win, I like Buccaneers at home plus 3.5. AJ, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with you on this one. I like the Buccaneers as well at home plus 3.5. I love Baker. I like that Godwin is back, and if Wirfs is playing and he's 75% or more, I think that's great for the Bucs.
Man, I'm starting to get a real good feel about how I'm seeing these games. Titans, Texans favored by 7.5 at home. Over under 38.5.
Jeez.
Hey, obviously 38.5. That is a low number. Mm-hmm. I just saw something from Dan Lebitard's show with Diana
Rossini.
Rossini, there it is. I'm so sorry, Paisana. There, she said she's writing about CJ and the Texans and basically said something along the lines of they still haven't been able to click and they're trying to figure out the offense. And then she said there's some things going on that we'll learn about. Who knows what that means? She was teasing a thing she was writing, I think, whenever she was talking. So who knows what we found out, what we haven't found out. CJ GJ gets kicked off the team. It seems like cut off from the team out of nowhere. Who knows what leads to that in its entirety. And it just feels like after getting killed by the Colts, like maybe Titans keep it within a touchdown with the Texans. Rivalry game, division game. Your thoughts, AJ?
Yeah, 7.5 for the Texans are 7.5-point favorites. Like that seems a bit wild to me right now. And the Rossini situation too. Like it has me intrigued. Good tease by her. I'm not sure what they're talking about. If it's a health thing or what it possibly could be. But I am fully on board with Cam Ward and what he is doing. Give me the Tennessee Titans.
Okay. Look at us saying this thing. You took the Eagles or Tampa Bay? You took Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, yeah. The only thing is the Steelers one we've disagreed on.
All right, so we'll see. Chargers and the Giants. Chargers favored by 6.5 in MetLife. Over under 43.5. Let's go to Bruce Jackson Dart starting. What do you think that means for the rest of the boys for the New York Giants as a Giants faithful, foul?
Jack City, bitch. Jack City, bitch. I think we keep it close in the first half. I think we probably go into halftime tied. The first half line is Giants plus 3.5. I prefer that one. Full game, we probably find a way to lose. It'll probably be something asinine, maybe a rough in the passer, get him into field goal territory, something like that. But yeah, I think we hang tough, but eventually it probably slips away from us.
Huh. Okay, so I like the Chargers. Who's the defensive coordinator there?
Jesse Minter. Yeah, he's going to put him in a body bag.
You feel the same way, it sounds like.
Yeah. This is one of those, like, hey, can I bet on the Giants to score less than 10 points type games? I love Jackson Dart. Think it's going to work out. Think he's going to save Dayball's job as well. I just think Jesse Minter and John Harbaugh, if you were to go in line of teams and coaches and D coordinators you want your rookie QB to start his career with, they've got to be, bottom 3 on that list, right? Probably the worst. I guess maybe you can put up, maybe like Todd Bowles would probably be terrible for a rookie QB too. But, that sucks for the Giants. I love the Chargers.
Giants over under for total points is 18.5 if you would like to bet.
There you go.
A little high.
JJ looking at me down there. Mario Robinson walking through, and Eagles walking through. Hey, team, good to see you guys. Have a great game. Hell yeah, hell yeah. It's going to be an honor to watch you guys. Have a great season. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So, like, 6, 7 footers walked out of this hallway. I don't know who the fuck they are. Just walked out of this hallway and then went this way. And then the entire NBC crew just kind of walked through that's doing the game. And hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Todd
Blackledge.
Todd Blackledge.
There he is. Todd, thank you.
Former Penn
All
State
right.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back home. It feels like he has a little spunk to him, 'cause he's back here on his ground. I got the Chargers. AJ, who do you have?
Yeah, I love Jackson Dart. He's going to bring some juice. I think Scatterboo is going to dent a few helmets and body parts of other people, but I will take the Chargers.
You guys can get the Chargers at 6.
We like it.
We like that. We would like them at 6, maybe 5.5 if you can find.
Yeah, if you can find that. Let me know.
Let's go to the Browns and the Lions. Lions favored by 9.5. Okay,
Jeez,
this one
way too many
What are we
points,
doing?
gentlemen.
It's a lot of points.
Give me
There's
the
a 10
Browns plus 9.5.
Give me the
Go
Browns,
ahead.
too, here. I'm taking the Browns.
There's a 10.5 out there, actually.
Yep.
You get the Browns at 10.5.
I'll take that.
I got a tidbit for
Ty,
you
what-
guys, though. This might change a little bit.
Okay.
Halftime show is Mitchell Tenpenny in Detroit. That might change some things here.
Nope. That
Mr.
doesn't-
Tenpenny, what was his? I take the tequila time. I want a tequila time. What
Can
was
someone
his?
sing it? Can someone sing his stuff? Foxy, maybe?
That
I
was it.
want a
Pat just did it,
tequila
actually.
time. Yeah, AJ, I'm trying to find it. You can help me out here. I think it's I want.
He's
I'm
actually,
fluid
I want a
with this one.
tequila.
he's
a
actually
little-
opening for Jordan Davis these days, I saw.
The football player?
God.
Yeah, he's a great
He
player.
Now-
He comes out before
Opens the
him?
stadium, yeah.
No, fucking buy dirt.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Mitchell Tenpenny was the guy that was actually opening the hole for Jordan Davis. Whenever
Yeah.
you see
Oh,
field goals happen
he
for the
might
other
have been.
team, Tenpenny's driving the guard,
Yeah.
and then Jordan Davis is coming up. So he is open for him there, and also on the road musically. Tenpenny turning the boys up there at halftime. Might fucking change a little something. Is Kid Rock going to be with him?
Let's assume so.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Bob
Yeah,
will always
let's assume
be there in
Kid will be
spirit.
there.
Something to think about also
mean-
with Cleveland. Great defense at home. It's awesome. The Ravens did hang 45 on them, so or 42, whatever the hell it was.
Great offense.
Great offense, and then the Lions just beat the piss out of the Ravens. So I'm just saying 10.5. There's a reason the sports books made 10.5 after the Brownies just beat the Packers. I'm just saying.
And devil's
Ty,
advocate. Yeah.
Ty, go ahead.
I
Ty,
was
go
going to say
ahead, bud.
devil's
Yeah.
advocate would be that the Browns defense might be the best of all time. So, and in years past, yes,
Possible.
we know that that's kind of a home field split. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be taking it on the road this year. I think Jim Schwartz actually told him, like, hey, this year, I think we're going to also take the good defense on the road as well because our offense is absolute shite. Whatever you do, don't pick the Lions because fucking Mitchell Tenpenny is in the house. Okay, let's just
Well,
get
hold
that.
on,
Let's
though. We
get
don't-
that out
we
there
don't know
right
that,
now.
Ty.
Picture, you get a picture
Ty.
of Tenpenny?
Ty, we don't know because there might be a ball with the ball, the bang, the
That-
bang.
That's different.
I agree.
The
That's
bogey,
different.
up,
If it
up,
is,
the bogey.
if it is Mitchell Tenpenny with Kid Rock, then I'm good. But guess what? Bob Ritchie ain't ever getting fucking second billing to Mitchell Tenpenny. So we would know.
Hold on, no.
We would know if
What
Kid
if he-
Rock was there.
What if he comes out though and has a remix to that we don't even know, and he goes, "My name is Mitch," and he starts out with that entire thing.
Good.
What if what if he is ball with the ball and in that? What if he's covering Kid Rock the entire time?
Yeah,
Does that count?
If that's the case, yes, that would count. That would count. So, but is this number going to move before now and then? If that happens, do all of a sudden are the Lions? I don't know, 20.5 point favorites. It's possible.
The
It's
Lions.
possible.
Can we get his set list? Sorry, go ahead.
No, no, no.
We need to know if he's covering Kid Rock.
We can get a set list. Also, the Lions OC Johnny Morton was talking shit on the Browns defense. So see how that.
Johnny Mo.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. They ain't never
Love
seen
it.
a run game like ours.
They ain't seen,
What?
They ain't
What
seen
do
a
you
run game
know?
like ours.
What do you know, Johnny Mo? Huh? Okay, I like that.
Love that.
Miles Garrett heard that.
He
I'm
did.
sticking with the Browns. I think obviously Lions win. Congratulations, especially Mitchell Tenpenny delivering a Kid Rock tribute that we have never seen before. But I like the Browns plus 10. AJU as well.
I do like the Browns plus 10, but man, I hope Mitchell Tenpenny sees this little seg and he actually covers at least one song of Kid
He will.
Rock.
He's been on the show before.
I don't think Tenpenny's
How do we spell
gimmick is
Tenpenny?
ball Tenpenny.
Just like 10 and just like 10.
Yeah.
Sound it out. THEN.
I'm just wondering. Is that on his birth certificate, or is this
Tenpenny?
something that some
Yes.
big exec gave to him?
No, it's
Hold
his birth
on,
name.
hold on, please. We need to show some respect. The 10 pennies, big deal, I think, in Nashville and music creating as a whole. I think the 10 penny family is very active
AJ.
down there in Music Row.
Good. Please,
I think they're
I don't know
very,
anything about this.
Feel stupid yet?
Well, yeah,
No,
that's called ignorance.
No, it's called
Okay,
it's called being curious. Sorry, I'll ask questions my whole life, guys.
Well, you should be
that.
judgmental,
You didn't
not
ask
curious.
the question.
I should be judgmental.
Be judgmental, not
You didn't-
curious.
You're right.
You didn't ball with the ball at all there. Carolina Panthers taking on the New England Patriots. Con man favored by 5.5 after what the Panthers just did to the
5-point
Falcons.
favorites?
How do we feel?
Oh yeah, Patriots should have beat the Steelers by 2 touchdowns without a doubt. I would say the DC for the Patriots, he's probably going to be done for the year. He just got diagnosed with prostate cancer. Unfortunately, T's and P's to him.
Man.
That sucks. But I think Gonzalez is back on the defense. Drake May quietly is having an unbelievable year. Hopefully they can win some games, so it's at least has some weight going into the offseason. But no, I love the Patriots this weekend.
5 turnovers last week against the Steelers, 2 of them in the end zone. So 14 points literally off the board for the New England Patriots last week. We assume that it'll get better. T's and P's to the defense coordinator probably means Vrabel's going to be a little bit more hands-on on the defensive side, which, I don't know how much of a let-off there'll be or any difference there'll be. I like the Patriots minus 5.5, AJ.
Yeah, with all that being said, I think, Patriots turned the ball over 5 times, still only losing by 7. Yeah, I think that's a positive. There's a very small chance I think they turned over 5 times again. So give me the Patriots here.
Washington Commanders with Marcus Mariota and without Terry McLaurin. That sucks for them. Without Jaden Daniels, without Terry McLaurin, taking on an Atlanta Falcons team that just got absolutely schmacked right in the mouth. Bad. One of the worst games in the history of the NFL. And Penix obviously is going to take his lumps as he continues to grow as a starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Washington Commanders, what's the vibes on it? Gump, what is the vibes on this particular game? 1.5, your Washington Commanders, Atlanta Falcons. This game you wouldn't bet? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I think it's a good bounce back spot for Atlanta. They marched into Minnesota just 2 weeks ago and beat the shite out of them. I think the Falcons get right. I don't think Mariota has back-to-back wins here.
Okay, so you think that maybe there's a water finding its level for both these teams?
Absolutely.
Maybe Atlanta's not as bad and maybe Washington's not as good. AJ, who do you like?
Oh, boy. This one's a little tougher for me, but I like Washington Commanders. I love what Mariota's doing, taking on his old squad. Remember how that whole situation when he left the team and all of that?
The film quarterback that season.
Yeah. I like the Commanders here.
Oh, I forgot about a revenge game. Falcons corner AJ Terrell is out for Sunday's game versus Washington due to his hamstring injury. I'll take the Washington Commanders as well, even though Gumpy said the complete opposite. Colts and Rams. Weird to know which way I'm going. 2.5. No, it was 4 or 5, wasn't it?
No, I'm saying sorry. You can get the Commanders plus 2.5.
Okay, Commanders plus 2.5. I think we'll both take.
they're dogs.
And then the Colts and the Rams. Can I get the Colts plus 4, maybe plus 5, maybe plus 6 or 7?
You can get the Colts at plus 3.5.
What?
That's unbelievable. I do appreciate the fact that the best team in ball is getting 3.5 points on the road. And whose house? Somebody needs to ask dirty. That's going to be the Colts' house. Okay, Colts fans are about to travel like they're Green Bay Packers fans, like they're Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Okay, they're about to fill that place up.
Okay.
Colts are about to be. This is our time. This is our team. And they're going to bleed blue. And you know who that's bad for? You, Los Angeles Rams. Give me the Colts plus 3.5 in a hostile environment at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, here, Alec Pierce, he's out with a concussion. Is that right?
You tell me.
Yep.
Oh, son of a
Pelissero.
His head hit the ground twice on that one play.
So hard.
I want to take the Colts here, I really do, but I'm taking the Rams at home.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, AJ. Yeah, we heard about what you said about Dimes.
What did I say
Jacksonville.
about Dimes? I've been pumping Dimes up the day they picked him up. You know that.
You've been waiting
You
on
said-
his downfall, bruh.
You've been
Praying on his downfall.
Praying
Yeah.
on his downfall. I have not prayed.
Yeah,
on his
you've been
downfall.
praying on his
I am
downfall.
all
You said
in
what?
Danny Dimes.
No, you're not, bro.
Danny Dimes doesn't play perfect. People are going to start asking if they're frauds. That's what you said in the first hour. Unbelievable.
Capping, bro.
Just like that. Exactly how I said it.
That's
You got
exactly
a hat on.
that's how Hoffnam talks. Yeah, because he's capping. Ain't that right, Connor?
You do be capping, bro.
Straight.
Can somebody explain 6-7? I don't think I fully.
I asked that question. this
4-1
morning.
is one now, too.
I couldn't get an
no.
answer.
Mitz guy.
I've never
Where's
felt
Mitt?
older in my life than whenever watching that go around. I honestly, my daughter's too young, but I guess she's close to knowing what this means. I don't know. I don't
We should have Mitt explain
not
what the young kids are talking about.
He doesn't know what the
Jacksonville, yeah. Well,
7,
it
yeah.
could be.
I once,
Like 5, 8,
I
9.
once counted to it.
Their numbers.
You know why 6 was afraid of 7 is 7, 8, 9. So you don't want to be eaten like Pac-Man.
Wait,
Jacksonville
what?
taking on the Niners. Niners favored by 3.5. There's some news coming out of San Francisco. I just read a tweet that was up here. Coach Kyle Shanahan told KNBR, "We're on your side," that QB Brock Purdy is progressing towards returning to the field on Sunday. I think the toe is feeling better each day, and if that continues, he should be good on Sunday. They can also shoot that thing up. Brock Purdy back in the lineup for San Francisco. We will assume, is that enough for them to win by at least 4, unless there is a different spread that we're not knowing about right at this moment?
There are 3s out there if you would like the Niners.
AJ, who do you like?
I like Jacksonville here.
Wow.
Wow. Shit.
Yeah. I'm just that's my instincts. I'm trusting my instincts here.
Smart.
You like Liam Cohen?
I do like him. I like Trevor Lawrence. I think maybe
You like Shad Khan.
I do like Shad Khan. I cannot wait for a post game.
Yes.
Well, he didn't do it
Situation.
last time they won.
He didn't do it last
Yeah.
game, yeah.
Or they didn't
Well,
put it out.
I think he actually. I think he had the recording on his phone, and he walked around and showed everybody when they're at the law.
That's a good idea.
I heard
Hey,
him.
still
Efficient.
It's
doing
not a
this.
bad idea.
Smart man.
I like
Still
that.
doing it. Yeah, he
Sell does
created
ringtones.
bumpers.
So
Yeah, exactly.
This guy created bumpers. He's going to come up with ideas, obviously. I'll take Jaguars plus 3.5.
The Bosa injury is partly why I picked the Jags as well.
That's good.
What the fuck? What am I doing? Salah versus Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Pearsall added to the Ricky injury report yesterday.
questionable?
He's hurt. Jennings still on the report. He is banged up. I think Brian Thomas Jr. is the biggest one for the Jags.
All right, I will take. Is Kittle? When's Kittle? He's done?
He's on IR.
Yeah, he's out.
So he's got, what, 2 more weeks?
At least, I believe, yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Christian McCaffrey, how's he?
He's
good.
been
He's
great.
doing it.
He's good to go.
Solid.
They haven't scored a running touchdown this season somehow.
Christian McCaffrey's actually on pace to touch the ball more than anybody in the history of ball. I think that's like
still
the-
tracking, I'm pretty sure, as well, after last week.
Give me Christian McCaffrey in the San Francisco 49ers -3 against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's a good number.
Yeah, you got it. What did I get the Jags at?
3.5.
3.5.
Plus 3.5. Yeah, I got them at -3. Bears, Raiders. Raiders favored by 1.5 in Las Vegas. Obviously, Chicago has a huge win over the Dallas Cowboys. An Eberflus revenge game for Caleb Williams. Is this the beginning of something, or just something that we saw one time and we'll never see again? Ty, what do we think? What are our thoughts on the NFC North Chicago Bears with the Raiders here?
I still think they stink, the Bears, but it's weird because the Raiders, I feel like going into the season, we were giving them, hey, they got Geno Smith now. Pete Carroll, all he does is know how to win. And through a couple weeks, I mean, their schedule hasn't been super easy, but it's just like, oh no, is this the same Raiders team that we've had the last 5 to 10 years where they play a good game every once in a while, but ultimately they're going to win 6 games and be a massive disappointment? I'm kind of getting that feeling with the Raiders this year.
All right, I'm picking the Raiders because of that. Pete Carroll heard that. That's a lot to pull from. Give me the Raiders -1.5.
You could get him at
AJ, who do you
-1.5.
like?
-0.5.
Boom, give me that. -0.5. The Raiders going to win this game. Could you imagine they tie this thing and I lose by
No. One team has Max Crosby on one side of the line and the other has Caleb Williams. So I can't wait to see what Max Crosby does to Caleb. Not even on the field, just chirping. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Except for Max.
There's going to be some real pizzazz out there, I think.
Need
All right,
some
I'm taking the
loud
Raiders.
mics. Make sure the mics on that game are turned up.
Tuned up as well. AJ, who do you got?
I like the Raiders, and strictly because of the quad box that D-Butt put up earlier this week to show how wide open all those receivers were on the touchdowns that Caleb threw last week against the Cowboys. That makes me worried a little bit. I feel like the Raiders might tighten up their coverage a tiny bit, but Caleb did play well and did complete these balls, which I'm not taking anything away from. You usually don't get free runners like this in the NFL.
Yeah, especially against Dallas Cowboys, your old head coach. As maybe Eberflus gave Caleb Williams a bone too.
Yeah,
maybe
they didn't practice all week. Maybe they said we're going to leave somebody open. It was a new thing just to make Caleb feel better. Now we got a game. Which one of these powerhouses is going to be 1-3 after Week 4? Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs. Baltimore obviously has these situations where they lose in the end. The Kansas City Chiefs, I don't think they've looked good in the regular season for like the last 3 years, but they're always around in the end. This year, people are saying is the demise of the dynasty. This is the year where they're done. This is the year when it's over. Is this the time for the Baltimore Ravens to cement that and go to 2-2 as opposed to going 1-3? Anything we need to know about this on the back end, boys?
I don't think so. I think across the board is pretty healthy. Aside from the
Xavier Worthy,
aside from like Xavier and those guys that have been injured, I think it's basic. Yeah, here we go.
Back,
so
right?
Xavier will be back, and then I'm assuming Matabuke for the Ravens is still out.
Yep.
Not sure on Kyle Van Noy if he's questionable or if he's playing or not.
who do you got, AJ?
Man, I was leaning heavy Ravens. I like that Xavier Worthy is back for the Chiefs. The Chiefs being dogs at home, maybe that puts a little chip on their shoulder. Give me the Chiefs.
Second time this year they're dogs at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened the first time?
They lost to the Eagles.
First time since 2019 they've been dogs back-to-back home games.
The sports books see what
Matt
we
Moore
see.
was at the wheel.
Some pretty good.
They see what we see.
Pretty good tidbit.
But that Ravens defense is horrendous.
Bad.
Horrendous.
So with Xavier Worthy being back, this might be the week that the Chiefs.
And do they get Pacheco going? Do they get the run game going possibly?
Ravens have dropped like 40, 42, and 30. I think if the Chiefs tried to score 30 points right now, it would take 8 games.
Who are you taking, Connor?
Yeah, who do you got?
I think I like the Ravens.
It sounded like that. All right, I'll go with Big Bubba. I'll take Bubba. Butta, I'm sorry. I'll take Butta. Sorry, I got baited into saying Bubba there. But I'll ride with Butta and Stavi. Green Bay and Dallas, obviously Sunday Night Football down there in Jerry World. It's Maka or Muckle's return on Sunday Night Football. And obviously NBC has a huge weekend with the Ryder Cup streaming all weekend on Peacock and on across their networks. And then on Sunday Night Football, they have a Super Bowl-like atmosphere as all the stars are going to be out. All the shit is going to be there. And right now, Green Bay's favored by 6.5 heading into Jerry World. Ty Schmidt comfortable with 6.5, or is there a different line right now, Tone?
That is it.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I'm comfortable. I'd say if the Packers would have won that game against the Browns last week, like 13-10, instead of losing it, then I would have been a little bit worried just with all the pomp and circumstance surrounding this game. But I think they're going to be very motivated. I know it's like a storybook thing. I really do think Michael might have one of the best games of his career. And the Cowboys are just so banged up. Like, I know offensively Dak is still good, but I don't see how they win. Like, they need CeeDee Lamb. They just do. And their line's banged up too. So, and then obviously we're talking about everything DB. We saw what their secondary was like last week. So I expect this to be a big get right game for Jordan Love in the offense. And I think Michael is going to be very, very, very ready to go in there and dominate.
Yeah, and I like that you're reminding him that that's what Jerry was calling him after it all. We have we got an injury report from yesterday for the Cowboys. Secondary seems to be trending in the right direction. Obviously, CD and Tyler Booker there. The thought of the secondary putting out another performance that they had like last week, I just don't see. I like that there's this much hype around it. I think Dak Prescott's a great leader. 6.5 feels like a lot of points. Give me the Dallas Cowboys plus 6.5 at home. AJ, your thoughts?
Okay, I didn't see you going there, but 6.5 does seem like a lot. But as Ty said, I think Michael/Micah is going to be juiced. I think early and often he is going to get to the quarterback. He might not have 3 sacks, but I think he's going to get plenty of pressures, and I think he's going to wreak some havoc. That Green Bay defense is still legit, so give me Green Bay here.
I don't like it. I don't like what I did there.
Still time.
Yeah.
To go the other way.
Maybe they'll figure it out.
I think they got their asses ripped all week. I really do.
sure.
Yeah, big time.
They probably had plenty of like.
What, you think LaFleur was doing this to his coaches about getting louder when
yeah.
talking to the players?
I don't know. It was really like one of the first times I've seen him, and I was like, wow, I really like what he's doing right now after a loss. Like, I really like this because he's
didn't pissed. He was absolutely pissed.
He was big time, and he didn't call a great game either. So I think he probably knows that. But I hear what you're saying. 6.5 is a lot of points.
And the Cowboys secondary could figure it out because they gave 450 to Russ, and then they gave up $1 billion to Caleb, so they'll probably stop Jordan.
You should get that pizza.
You should eat it.
I just brought it over here. You know, Pennsylvania's got a lot of Pisons, so you got a lot of great pizza. And